And the leg sweep there because we're dying. Started spinning a little bit too soon. Prevent your ability. And just use our crane just to get it on cooldown. And then we literally just spam spinning crane kick 3 times and then use an enveloping mist. Spinning crane kick 3 times. Using enveloping mist. And then we can put some rising sun kicks into the vanguard. Touch of death it. And there we go. I'm going to try to focus a lot of my damage into the vanguard here. Use Fort Brew and just pop revival early to do some group healing for the relics. It hurts a lot. We're going to die. Yeah, should have just vivified there. Big ouchie. Leg sweep that. I think that was my... Yeah, that was my bad. I meant to release and it was just in a way I didn't expect it. I was just spam clicking. Focus the Vanguard here. It's very, very healthy. We weren't putting enough damage into it. Also need to use my trinket on somebody. I don't think I have a mouse over for it. Doesn't look like I do. Let's fix that. Why not? There we go. Okay, we got it. Here, I'll wait till everybody gets an orb. I'll pick up mine last. Focus one of the harvesters here. Use our Venthyr ability right away once again. Essence Font, but then we can cancel it early just to get that initial buff on everybody. And from here, we will leg sweep before any sanguine drops on the ground. And as this stuff dies, we'll ring a piece if we need to. It looks like we do not because it's dying really evenly. Right, boss. Gonna pop my Chi right away. Same thing, we just spin times, or we use 3 abilities, and then we enveloping this, dispel that dot, and ring of peace these worms just to keep them out. If we get targeted by the frontal, we're going to use our Fort Brew. Not. Holy. We leg sweep these. Just life kick in there because I didn't know if the mage was going to be safe or not. And then if these worms get close at all, they probably aren't, but we can Ring of Peace, like this healthy one. We need to. Looks like it's fine. We'll just Ring of Peace it back, just to keep the circles, like, controlled. And we use our Venthyr ability again here. We Fort Brew like we planned. Kill ourselves. Front carrion worm's kind of in a bad spot, so we're going to target it and do a little bit of damage to it. And we'll switch to the higher health ones. Spin. No leg sweep, no Ring of Peace, so we do need to just be careful. Try to kill this worm. There we go. And now if we get targeted by the frontal, we just use Diffuse Magic. Spell the Hunter. Ring of Peace these away. And then we can leg sweep just to make sure that we don't run into any random problems, and then we touch death. Plus is the inch. That's okay, we have orbs, so the orbs will just like carry us through here, so it doesn't really matter if it breaks. We can just stand in melee and it just infinitely heals us through all the damage that we're taking. Focus damage in the Necro. Just revival here. Ouch. Shadow well, need to get out of that. Oh no, the Necromancer's full healing in Sanguine. Sucks. Life Cocoon the tank. Not gonna have orbed anymore here in a moment, so this is actually gonna get a little bit difficult. Rising Sun Kick, Blackout Kick, and then Enveloping Mist, the tank. There we go. Really want to be careful of the frontals here, so I'm going to stay a little bit at a distance back and kind of lean in and out in order to do melee damage. And we're mainly going to want to hit the like Sorcerer or the Bone Mender, and then hit the Marauder when he shields. So here he just shielded. So Rising Sun Kick, I Blackout Kick, I Rising Sun Kick again. Bring a piece of these out. Yeah, initially I made a mistake there. You don't want to actually target the Marauder because there's no point in doing damage to it before the shield is up. Unless you're in a lower key, like if you're in like a below like a 15, it's probably worth hitting the Marauder. There's like a certain key level, it's usually in like the 16 range where he starts instant dying to like the shield. When you hit the shield and break it, he'll just like instantly die to it. And we'll just use our Venthyr ability here to try to stay safe. Heal up the tank. Leg sweep here, just to interrupt the casters for a moment. Doing damage to Narzuda. And paralysis one of them. Getting Panda Punch to interrupt again. Just to reduce the amount of necrotic bolts going out before we have the buff. And here we're just spinning. Apply Essence Font, make sure that the tank has Enveloping Mist and Renewing Mist the whole time. Gonna save Touch of Death for Narzuda. Life Cocoon that to help heal, and again, didn't step out of it fast enough. I'm just not reacting to it. Back. There, while I run back.
I got the best deals anywhere! Glad I could help!
Usually if you are going to do that pack, you just use the orbs that we used before, like the Curing Orb, or yeah, the Curing Orbs, and the regular orb. Just like melts it all. Watch the frontal. Tank's healthy for those cleaves. And then here, one of them usually shields before the other one. Like here's Star shielded before Circle. So we heal Star and then we kill Circle. Or we kill Star and then kill Circle. I don't know if I said it sounded like I said heal Star. I didn't mean that. I'm not gonna ring a paste the mage out. Oh well. Use my Venthyr ability here. And once it's low enough, we touch a death. Mm-hmm. Our GG right away. Again, we really want to be careful for this frontal, so I'm really watching the Marauder and where he's facing. And after the frontal happens, then I can focus a little more attention on him. And this is again where I made that same mistake where I'm targeting the Marauder. I'm too used to playing my Brewmaster Monk in the recent series, so I'm used to doing really low Necrotic Wakes. And I also... I don't know if we've done a Necrotic Wake yet on my Monk. What I remember is I was leveling with a friend recently, and I was tanking as a Guardian Druid. It's just like a random character I'm leveling up. And the Marauders don't die when you pop their shields in like a normal dungeon when you're leveling, so I've been like doing a bunch of damage to them. I think I'm doing it out of that habit, but yeah, you usually don't want to target them until they shield. Also, in these Bone Carvers casts, I haven't been doing it, so I haven't been good about it, but you can interrupt them. Like here, Bone Play, I can paralysis one, and then I could like Panda Punch the other. Or you can leg sweep. You just have to use some kind of actual hard crowd control. It can't be like a knockback or something. That won't work. As far as I know. We will Invis Pot here. Oh, we're gonna break out of stealth.
You will be
Lucky.
brought to justice. You dare deny me the sky? Then I shall answer in kind.
Foolish.
Very unlucky.
Paladin. There is nothing you can do to stop us. No matter. My minions are endless.
Just activate my Venthir guys on full, because then we'll have them back up like
My
halfway through the boss or towards the end of the boss fight, depending on how fast it is. It's usually a low enough cooldown to do that. Could have targeted her there. I didn't really help with it, I was just hitting the boss. And here we're just doing as much damage as we can to the boss until the boss fight actually gets difficult. Which the boss fight does not get difficult until this explosion here. When he blows up all the ads, he's gonna get this aura where he does passive, like, just unavoidable damage to the entire group. So here, when they blow up, you'll see this stack count go on him, on his frame right here. Tortured Echoes. And now you'll see us, like, pulsing for damage every few seconds. So this is where we need to start healing. So we'll pop our Chi-Ji, and then we're going to use abilities, and then use Enveloping Mist, and try to hit everybody. I'm going to try to stand in between everyone. So, like, here I'm in between the Warlock, the Tank, the Hunter, the Mage, like, I'm in range of everybody, and then I Enveloping Mist myself. That way Chi-Ji uses his ability on everybody. Gonna revival here, because we missed the Mage. Or we broke the Mage. These are gonna blow up, so we're gonna leg sweep them.
one final act of service. My soldiers rise once
We
more.
leg swept those in order to make them not blow up, by the way. It's kind of in the moment of hard focusing, so I stopped commentating.
Your arrival proved timely, yet the battle rages on.
We cannot rest until these invaders are purged from our skies. I will lead the effort here, while my disciples bring you to the necropolis. Let us end this atrocity.
I just walked in with that leg sweep, but I don't know if it works with mage, but I think you can DB the spare parts and then they fixate tank. I know bears can like in-cap roar and they all go in the tank. Just gonna pop my Venthyr ability to catch up here. Also, when these loyal creations do their spine crusher, you can just stun them or CC them in some way. And it'll make it to where your melee don't have to run out. And then they don't recast the ability or anything, so it's really nice. Leg sweep that one. Just have to be careful with leg sweep because you don't want to accidentally interrupt the crafter. Because you want to use the throw cleavers to kill the mobs. So if throw cleaver's happening, you want to try to use something else. Like here, I can use Panda Punch. So. Touch of Death that. Okay, we're doing the Scary Pole next. I'm gonna just focus like all of our damage into the stitch work. Light Cocoon on the tank right away. Use Revival early just to put that. It's a healing dot with a conduit on everybody. I'll Fort Brew. Flesh. And we'll leg sweep here. And we'll bring a piece out of Sanguine. And watch this collector and kick it with paralysis. Then I can kick it again with, oh, never mind, I don't have Panda Punch up. I thought I had it up, but I just used it last pack. Okay, I don't really have anything else. I'm just going to use Diffuse just in case. Doesn't really help that much with this stuff, but... damage into the creation. I'll focus damage into the crafter because the creation's gonna just die to the cleaver. Stitch work. Oh yeah, we can target her this time. Yeah. I have nothing here. We health pot and healthstone. I was very late and delayed, but it works. There's Chi-Ji here. And we're just spinning and then using our enveloping mist, typically on ourselves, but also on the tank to actually have enveloping mist on him doing this pack. Hurts quite a bit. Leg sweep here just to help reduce some of the damage until we get the Ur buff. We're going to start focusing a lot of damage into the Ur. Throw some Rising Sun kicks on him while we have the buff. And then we'll use our Venthyr ability here just to get it on cooldown, get some free healing value, keep doing damage. Paralysis that throw flesh. And we will Touch of Death here.
Come, my assistant. These raw materials are in need of processing.
Sure we don't stand in between the cleavers. You can invis it if you need to. Helps. Sorry for coughing so much in my videos. I got sick like 2 weeks ago, and I just still have like this very passive, like light cough, or kind of like occasionally trouble breathing. I don't know what it is, but I also got a injury. I bruised like a rib at like pretty much the same time that I got sick, so that probably doesn't help either.
Oops. Gorgrine. Try not to
Probably did
damage
something to
those
my lung.
things whilst you tear them
I am
apart.
okay. I just have an occasional cough here and there. Focus a lot of our damage into Gorgrind here. We just want to spin to apply the initial like damage, and then I can kind of use spin as like a filler spell too while I wait for better lineups with Rising Sun Kick. And like here, if I don't feel like spamming Tiger Palm, then I can just spin a little bit, but oh, almost walked into that. But we want to focus a lot of our damage into Gorgrind, because the bits don't really do very much. Gorgrind is what hurts. Use my Venthyr ability here. And we're going to save other stuff because we want pretty much everything up for Rot's View. Try to avoid the temptation of using Life Cocoon here, because we really would rather have it for Rot's View. I think should be fine. And then, just so we don't get a refresh on the Tenderize, I'm going to... Oh, I did not taunt in time. That sucks.
How vexing! Rotsview, get to work and don't fail me like your predecessor.
Alright, this back hurts a lot. Use GG early. Spin. Use our defensive. So we'll use Diffuse if we get targeted by it, and then we can use Life Cocoon if we get... I just didn't taunt it soon enough. I taunted it like as I started casting. And a revival here. I still have Diffuse, so I can use Life Cocoon on like the mage if he gets targeted again. Don't need to use anything on the Warlock, that'll be fine. Warlock things. Let me heal myself a little bit here. Hoping this.
No! Now I have to rebuild those two from scratch. It seems I must take matters into my.
Yeah, we should be fine with one spear with the Fire Mage.
your corpse to you. I'll have you in stitches.
Get some heals out. Use our Venthyr ability here.
Reserve your parts for later.
This boss.
The one who made
Use our diffuse magic because there's like a passive aura on these Stitchflesh creations that do damage. We're just using diffuse to help us reduce some of the damage taken until we get her.
Yes, the Grimmy with arcane energy. Ooh, oh, wonderful.
This boss really hard here.
My constructs can handle you on their own. I'll have you in stitches.
Back on the boss. And I have like an emergency hammer here in case things go bad. The tank does not have purgatory, so we really need to keep him healthy. So I'm gonna just spam healing into him. Literally like soothing mist, vivify spamming. Use Chi-Ji here just so we get some extra healing value.
Shoulders could accommodate
Oh,
so many arms.
I die. And then we just touch of death here.
My greatest was yet to come.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I keep trying to mute my mic, but
Bastion shall be laid to waste.
target her here to help kill it. Go. Gonna use our Venthyr ability early here while we wait to get her.
None can escape the storm. I've had enough of you. None can escape.
Gonna stay out of melee here because I'm not very coordinated with these guys, so I don't trust myself being in melee. Maybe the hunter can stay in melee if he wants. We also had a DC on our mage. I'm going to res him. Still DC'd. That is not good. Not the DC. We're good.
Can escape the storm. I have had enough of you.
Spell this. Heal the hunter because we have the shield and he's going to be dropping off the debuff, so we want to keep him very healthy. And an Essence Swamp while we run around. Fort Bruce, we get a little shield. Self, heal the Warlock, go back to doing some damage. Ready for the Dispel. It's not looking good. He's just gonna get stuck down there and die. He's gonna time out. No. Jump out and dispel myself. Okay, the mage is coming back up. I'm gonna life cocoon the mage. He has a lot of stacks, and we have the shield rolling. I diffuse magic on myself. And try to do some healing while we're running around. And healing, health pot, health stone, so I don't have to heal myself and I can heal the mage. Tiger's lost the warlock, so he can get out of the ice. Spawn, try to heal. See, I can't heal anything, and we have a shield rolling. Okay, we broke it, we're good. That's close. If we got like one more tick, that would have been really bad. I'm gonna use a mana pot here. Essence font. Jump out and dispel myself. Hunter's coming back. The shield's gonna hurt quite a bit. Essence font. Missed on myself again, just to get a little bit of heal for my mastery. I can touch of death the next shield if we need to, but we do have the hunter on us, so we might be okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna touch of death just to be safe, even though it's way less damage than like an execute touch. It's still worth doing. And then I'll hold on to a revival in case we get one more shield at the very end of the fight. There we go. Cool. Holy moly.